Today we will be exploring ancient Egyptian architecture. For more than 2,000 years, ancient Egypt was one of the richest and most civilized lands in the ancient world. In ancient Egypt, wood was a scarce resource. Trees rarely grew along the banks of the River Nile, so the materials used to build the magnificent monuments and sculptures were mud brick and stone. The stone, which was typically limestone, was generally reserved for the tombs and temples of the ancient Egyptian gods and elite citizens. The Egyptian houses were used to build out of mud from the Nile River. These elaborate buildings, temples, and tombs are derived from the ancient Egyptians' rich belief in the afterlife. The Egyptians were extremely religious, and their belief in life after death was an important part of their culture. We will find out what they built and why in just a moment. What are the pyramids? The Giza Plateau consists of 3 pyramids and is probably the most famous icon of ancient Egypt. The first pyramid, the Pyramid of Khufu, is called the Great Pyramid and is the largest on the plateau. Next is the Pyramid of Khafre, and then the Pyramid of Menkaure, along with several smaller Queen's pyramids and the Great Sphinx. It was only during the time of the Old Kingdom, or 4th Dynasty, that the ancient Egyptians built pyramids to hold the royal tombs of their pharaohs. Pyramids were huge structures that consisted of storage rooms, courtyards, secret passageways, and all kinds of fancy traps designed to catch robbers who tried to break in and steal the treasures. Now, pyramids were full of treasures to help the kings or pharaohs enter the afterlife. Remember when we talked about how Egyptians were extremely religious? Well, for Egyptians, life didn't end once they died. They went on a journey to the afterlife and needed all of the comforts of their everyday life. So the pyramids and the tombs were filled with all their treasures, including gold, ships, statues, and books that they needed to make it. The pyramids testify to the power of the ancient Egyptian religion and empire. They were built to serve both as grave sites for pharaohs and also a way for those pharaohs to make their names last forever. The Temple Karnak is one of the most fantastic temples of the ancient times. It is located north on the Nile River. It pays tribute to several of the ancient Egyptian deities or gods, but the most common is Amun-Ra. Karnak is unique because of the amount of time it took to build. About 30 pharaohs over a span of many centuries contributed to the buildings, enabling the temple to reach a size, complexity, and diversity not seen anywhere else. Now time for fun facts. The Great Pyramid of Giza was so advanced for its time that it stood as mankind's most significant architectural achievement for several millennia. That's a long time. The Great Pyramid is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world and the only one still standing. Ancient Egyptians believed that those temples they built were the houses of the gods while they were on earth. Very sacred. Average citizens could not enter these temples. Only pharaohs and high priests could enter to perform the sacred ceremonies. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about ancient Egyptian architecture. If you would like to know more, please visit these websites and explore all of the fun on your own. Thank you.